So the food in Africa is very different from here. The first African meal that I had, it was nsima with kapenta. And so depending on where you are in either Zambia or Malawi, it's either nsima or nshima. And so that was kind of interesting. The languages are very similar between the countries. So nsima is just maize meal. It's like our cornmeal, and they just kind of make it into this pliable mush. I don't know. They you mold it with your hands, and you eat it with your hands. And so you just take a little bit, and then they always have side dishes. They usually have like a vegetable for sure, and then either meat or beans as well, just depending on the meal, the time of the day, or what they were able to afford for that meal. And so the nsima was I thought it was really good, actually. There's not a whole lot of taste to it. Some people either love it or hate it. I loved it, and I thought it was really good, and it fills you up very fast. And so I had to work up my appetite for it, like my stomach at first could only handle just a little bit of it, but eventually by the end of my mission I could eat like a man. But anyway, the way they prepare their food, they usually use a lot of cooking oil, and they kind of steam fry their vegetables. Pretty much, we used to like to say that pretty much anything green the Malawians eat, which isn't completely true, but they eat a lot of green things. One of my favorite foods was pumpkin leaves, like our orange pumpkins. Just the leaves of that plant is actually edible, and it's quite tasty. So there's lots of different ways to prepare it. You can slice up tomatoes and onions and use that in the, and you kind of just put just a little bit of cooking oil and a little bit of water, and then you put all of your ingredients in, and it just kind of steams it and just makes it it's kind of like a soupy vegetable, and it was so good, so good. It's a good thing I went on a mission, because before my mission I didn't like vegetables, especially squash, but they eat a lot of squash, and so that was pretty fun to taste all the different kinds of things. And they tend to keep their flavors very natural. If they use flavoring, it's salt and maybe some packaged soup. That was always interesting to me when we would go to the grocery store and my companions would buy these packages of soup, and that's what they use as seasoning. It thickens your broth up, and it gives you flavor. So that was pretty neat to see. Chicken was expensive there. It was kind of a luxury for them to eat meat. So I thought that was cool. And they like to eat every part of an animal. And I had fun trying out different things. They also eat caterpillars, like popcorn. So that was pretty fun to try the caterpillars. They were called Mopane worms. And they would just sell them in the market, and then you'd take them home and you'd bake them. And they did not smell very nice, but they tasted fine. And they eat ants. In Malawi, they eat field mice. I never tried that though. I don't know how that tastes, but they definitely know how to use their resources, and they use them well. Oh, so my first meal, I forgot, was kapenta. It was nsima with kapenta. And kapenta are these little itty bitty tiny fish that are found in Lake Malawi. And they just take them out and they dry them, and they're very salty, and you just kind of cook them and warm them up, and you eat the entire thing, the head, the tail, everything. So that was kind of fun.